Okay, we're gonna do a fun little tutorial today. This is Hudson. I made some tweaks, to the one that I'm bringing in to Photoshop to do real quick. Just the same tweaks that I basically do. I start with a preset from the Brilliance collection, which came with the Sunkissed collection, and then I go from there. Y'all, this is hilarious. And I really don't know how this is going to turn out. I was just looking at these costumes online, and Hudson saw one, and he was all excited. And so I was like, what the heck, I'll order one and we'll do something. And then in the course of that, the day that I was going to do them, he was eating Lucky Charms because the boy loves Lucky Charms. And I saw the box cover of Lucky Charms. So that's where we're going to take this today, I believe. I'm not even sure exactly what I want to do, and I thought about changing his facial expressions because I got a couple of other cute ones. Like he's smiling in that one, so you can see my tweaks. You can see my tweaks over here just a little bit. I didn't do anything in HSL yet, or on the tone curves, or on the split toning, so you can kind of see my settings there. I think I'm going to bring this into Photoshop and change his face, just because it's hilarious. And hopefully this is going to let me record because I'm running low on disk space. And I don't know why, because I don't really have anything on this computer necessarily. So I'm going to go in here. I hit my W for my quick selection tool over here, which is what I use for almost everything if you watch any of my tutorials. And there are a lot of them on YouTube. So if you're watching this on something else, that would be a good place to look. The only problem I do see is that his hat was shading him in the other one, so I don't know how I'm going to like this on this. So we're just going to have to see. But if you're changing out faces and things, this is how I do it. And his face is a little bit different as far as the orientation of it, where he's looking. So it may not work. We'll see. I'm going to I did a layer mask over there, and I'm going to grab a black brush to brush off what I don't want. Like I said, it may not work the way I want it to work. We'll see. It doesn't always work the way that I want it to work, so that's okay too. You can see his little, this actually might work. We did this super quick, and the gnats were super bad. So, yeah. In fact, his face blends really well considering that he had a hat on in the other one. So, and I know I flattened it and I'm not supposed to. So, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to go in here. The bow tie is kind of cute off like that, but I kind of want it centered a little bit. So again, I'm grabbing my quick selection tool. And it's running really slow because I'm recording, and apparently I've like put too much stuff on my computer, which I have everything on externals and then backed up. So I don't know why it is doing that. This is going to aggravate me. I like to do things quickly as I'm thinking about them and not have to worry about it. So I don't know. I guess I'll probably feather it, and then I'll hit Command J and put it on another level. And I can't decide. I don't really want to move it. I may just I don't know. Cancel that. Let's see. I may just move it over there. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute like that. In fact, I almost want to make it crooked because I'm going to hit P for my patch tool. I almost want to make it crooked because that seems like about like him. All crazy. Okay, so this was just on a street in front of my house, and the settings for this one were the same, so I'll go over here and show you what they were real quick. It was about 2 hours before sunset because it looked like it was going to rain, and I wanted to get it in before. It was on St. Patrick's Day. I used my 135. If I'd had my 200 at home, I would have used that. My ISO was 160. I was at 1/2000 with an f-stop of 2.2. I wanted a blurry background, but I also wanted to make sure his little outfit was mostly in focus. So I'm just going to go in here with the quick selection tool again and put him, actually, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to inverse my selection and then feather. So I have my background selected and a good thing you can do here is go to save your selection in case I just want to do something else to the background. I can load that again and I'll show you what I mean. For those of you who have the Kansas collection, I use Bold Beautiful Skies on everything and not just skies. You've probably seen kind of my deal there. So I'm going to get a large black brush at 25 opacity and kind of brush this off of him a little bit. There we go. So, do a little bit more there. So, let's just say I want to run Vivacious, which I do like to do. I can go to load my selection and I can do just that. And then I can put Vivacious on it. I haven't used this one in a long time. Oh, I did something wrong there. I haven't used this one in a really long time, so I'm just going to do it this way. So this one needs to be brought way down because it's obviously like a lot going on there. And again, I'm going to take that brush at about 25% and just kind of brush it off. I don't know that I like it on the street so much, and definitely not too much on him. And then I'm going to flatten that. And then I'm going to run a Rise and Shine. And this is basically exactly what I do for everything. I don't do Vivacious on everything. I really just do mostly Bold Beautiful Skies, a Rise and Shine, Warm Spotlight, and then Sharpen Noise. That's what I generally do. And most of the time I would have done the marshmallows before I did this. And I probably should have done that, but we can worry about that later. Alright, so I selected it with my quick selection brush and I put it on its own layer. And I'm going to bring it over. This is going to be hilarious. And I'm really just going to show you, I probably won't do the whole thing on here because it will be super long. I'm just going to kind of show you the gist of how I would do this. And like I said, most likely what I would do is go back and I would have put the marshmallows in before I started editing the other stuff. Possibly. I don't want them to be too saturated and I don't want them to be blurry, so maybe this is the best way. So I couldn't find a lot of horseshoes, and the one I did find wasn't very good, so I may have to touch that one up after we get it over here. But I tried to get one of all the marshmallows. They need to get better with their shaping here. I'm probably gonna have to go in and shape some of these up to make them look good. I mean, this is supposed to be a shooting star, you know what I mean? That doesn't look like a shooting star. But we're going to get them over here. And like I said, I'm just getting this quick selection tool right here. And it's really small. It's at a 5. And I'm just selecting. And it pretty much, you know, the reason I shot these on a dark background was, number one, they're going to be on a dark background. And number two, because it's easy for this quick selection tool to grab the sides of it. So you don't have to do much. I don't know why there's two kinds of rainbows. I may have had a different kind there. So, boom. Okay, so we have all of our marshmallows right here, as you can see. And for space reasons, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. So, I'm not sitting here with these open. And it's taking up my space. Since my computer's trying to get mad at me. Okay, so we're just going to grab these and do something fun with them. I mean, look, this could probably get really detailed. I could have used a stock background for it. I'm going to put the blue over here. I could have used a stock background for it. But, I don't know. I really just, I wanted it to kind of look real. And by real, I mean as real as this could look. So, oops. I'm just going to kind of put these in, sort of. I may have to bring this little one. Where did that one go? And I could rename these so I could find them quicker, which would probably be smart, but I very rarely stop and do stuff like that because once I get started on something, I'm just like, go, go, go. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are like that too. Where's this blue one at? There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do real quick, just in case my computer tries to act squirrely, and this has happened a lot with composites, and if you've done composites, you probably have had this happen to you a time or two, is, that one's kind of big. I'm going to save this just in case. Right there. Okay. Okay. So this is looking kind of cute. This one is bothering me just a little bit. And actually, all these on this other side are bothering me. So, hold on a second. Those. Nope. Yes. And then I think that one was 9. Which one? Okay, there we go. These are bothering me. Like, they all need to be moved over. And then, of course, that blue one. They all need to be moved over a little bit. And then, these probably need to be moved over too. There we go. Sorry. When I do these things live and I'm doing them for the first time, it's probably not a great idea because then I just get all crazy with my OCD tendencies like I'm doing right now. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, I almost kind of want to do a tornado of them around him, but are them coming, the first thing was to have them coming out of here, which I may do. I may do that actually. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm basically going in here and copying a ton of these, which I think will be fun. I'm going to have to make them a little less uniform whenever I do it again, because I don't want them to all be exactly the same. But that's really cute. But you see how whenever you're doing a composite, you have kind of something in your mind, although in this one I didn't have a ton in my mind. I just knew I wanted to do something for St. Patrick's Day, and I wanted it to be kind of like fun and a kid kind of thing. You know, I didn't want them drinking a green beer or anything. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put all the copies in a folder. I'm going to put all the copies in a folder so that they are, there's a lot of them. Let's see, copy right there. Alright, so we're going to hit Command G and put those in a folder. Oh, we need to put these in there with them. Okay, so our initial ones here we can kind of work on. Alright, this is cracking me up. Okay, so I want some of them to look like they're coming out of here. There's a couple of ways to do this. I could just erase around it, but what I'm going to do is, hold on, delete. I'm gonna, which one am I working on here? Which guy? Okay, I'm gonna put that out, and then I'm going to try to select just his hat, which might be difficult because he's all the same color. I want to get his little finger. I don't really need to worry about over here because I don't think I'm going to do anything over there, but just in case. All right, so I'm going to hit Command J, and I'm going to put that above this one. And see, it's kind of coming out of there. I mean, I might need to work on my selection a little bit, but it's cute, huh? And what might actually be good is to have some of the small ones coming out. So maybe I just select, I'm going to select just some of these and make them small. Oh, I selected his hat. That's all right. We'll take it out. And have these coming out too. Let's see. Like, where's the purple one? I want the purple one coming out too. Oh, and these all need to go below his hat. Remember how we had his hat selected? Okay, here, let's go ahead and get rid of his hat there. We don't need that. Where is the one of his hat that we did? Okay, so these need to go below here. So they're underneath the hat. You get my drift there? I want to take this purple one and put it over here too. That's super cute. But you see, you can go in there and do a lot of brushing and stuff too if you want to, but I don't know that I would do that. So that's the little hat. What I need to do real quick right here is that I must have selected some of this up here, and I want to get that off of there. So I can just turn this on and off and see where else I got it that I don't want it. There we go. But I think it's really good. Like I said, I could probably get in really close here and try to get maybe, oh, maybe get like a little bit of that black right there. So I'm on my mask again, and I'm just using a black brush and going up. So there we go. Okay. That's good. Okay. And before you duplicated these, what would have been a good idea is to go in them and make sure that there wasn't anything on it that you didn't like, which I didn't do, but I'm not that concerned about it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to save this again because I love it. And actually, I'm kind of happy that I didn't do the background before I did these. The only thing I'm trying to decide is if I want to do even more if I want to do even more of these or not. In other words, I can't decide if I want more whatever, marshmallows coming out, or over here or something. I don't know. That's just it. You can go on like forever with these things. So I might do a couple more. I like this little trifecta we got going on here, so I'll probably just try to keep it and do something like that. Or not trifecta, but whatever. Triangle, you know what I'm trying to say. So there we go with that, and then I'll probably just go from here. I'm trying to decide what else I would kind of do with this. I just think I want to do a rainbow, obviously, so I'll do that too. I'm trying to remember. I had a pack with a rainbow in it, and now I can't remember where I put it. I think it's in the Sunkiss collection. Let's see. Oh, the Sunkiss collection, and that is the same one that I would have done with the, that's the same one that has the presets in it that I used for this. I think I'm going to do the rainbow on the background and just see what I think about it. Okay. That is an easy, fun rainbow. I'm going to put it down there and stretch it up. Oh, that's super cute. I love that. Okay. Yes, I love that. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm going to save this again. I'm trying to decide. The only thing that, I did this on my road, like I said. The only thing is I think I'm just going to try to get this mailbox out, because to me it's a little distracting, even though I'm going with the whole, whatever thing. And I'm doing this underneath the rainbow, so it's not going to affect my rainbow at all. So I'm doing a couple of things here. I'm basically just using this other tree to clone. I really love these flowers. I wish I had done it in a way that had more flowers on it. There's a little bit of a sign or something there. And sometimes I find that spot healing brush to be such a pain in the butt. Sometimes it's great, but more often than not lately, I feel it seems like it doesn't give me enough control, and it's not doing a great job of what I'm doing. I haven't downloaded the new release yet, so I don't know if there's any updates to that or not. Y'all will have to tell me if you have. I'm basically just trying to clean up some stuff here. And I definitely know for sure that I want to do something with the road, but I can't decide what. So I'm going to duplicate my background, and I'm going to grab my quick selection tool again, and I'll go back and cut him out, but I'm just trying to, I don't know, I just don't like it being, I don't like that asphalt for some reason in the sunlight. And so I'm just going to try to get in. I can always brush it off of him, but I'm trying to get like a decent selection here. Right there. Well, not what I wanted to do. I just want to get a little bit in there. And again, if you want to be smart, you can save your selection. Just put road, and that's great. So there's a couple of, I could do anything with this, honestly. I could use this to change it. I don't know. I don't know that I like that at all. So you can turn this off and on and see what it's done. I don't think I like that a whole lot. So in saying what I said earlier, now I'm just going to go load a selection, and it's going to be the road. So that's awesome. And I'm thinking about doing a gradient. But what if we did a rainbow gradient? Let's just see what we can do with this real quick. This might be really cool or not, so we'll see. And I would try a bunch of different things here before I decided what I wanted to do with it. That is exactly what I want to do with it. Right there. Just because this is such a far-fetched thing anyways, and I'm going to grab my black brush at maybe 30% and kind of brush it off here. I think that's hilarious. I may have to go back in there and touch that up a little bit. So I'm going to grab a white brush and go back in here and put that back on over there. I just didn't like the harsh lines. And then you can change the opacity of this. You can make it as dark or light as you want to. I'll probably have to go in here and touch him up a little bit. So I'm going to grab a white brush so I can brush it on right there and brush it on in there. This part is green, so that's actually going to help me out quite a bit. I see right here I didn't get a great selection, but you just got to go in there and decide how you're going to do it. There we go. So, I mean, when you back away from it, it's kind of too much, but we'll see. So I think I'm going to mess with this and keep going. I'm thinking about putting a mat over the top of it whenever I'm all done to kind of tie it together and give it like a fun look. So anyways, I'll let you guys know how it turns out. I think I'm going to move my rainbow up since I put the rainbow down there. But I will let you guys know how it turns out. I'm super excited. I think it's hilarious. But I kind of just wanted to show you guys this so you can just see, like, there's so much you can do with composites and just having fun, like, with your kids. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a fabulous Monday. It's our spring break, so don't expect to hear from me a ton. Thanks, guys.